All right, welcome to the Potcast show. My name is Joe, and I have a newbie to the show, Kai.
Hi.
And tell us a little bit about yourself, Kai, like where you work and what you do.
I just turned 29 last year. Last year. Work at Emerald Coast Cannabis as a bud tender. Only been there almost a year, come 420.
So you actually got hired there on 420?
Yeah, well, a few days or so, maybe a week before.
Like in preparation of 420,
Yeah,
and then they just threw you in to the
first
flames?
official day was on 420.
Dang.
They're like, yeah, can you work? I was like, hell yeah. I mean, came from the medical field. It's like, they already put us to hell and back, so
Yeah.
what's working on 420?
Did you hold your own pretty good that day?
Yeah, I think I did. I mean,
It seems like the busiest day of the year is the craziest day to start your first day.
right,
You know,
Bad
so.
or Black Friday. I guess we called
Yeah.
it Green Friday, but I think 420 was still even busier than that.
Nice. And so you got some joints from your shop that you work at
Yes.
that you've been a big fan of. Tell us a little bit about that.
So we just got these in because our lovely coworker Bliss was like, "Yes, ma'am, you need to get these in." So props to you, girl. Yes, thank you so much.
Heck yeah.
Because these Shatter J's, and I grabbed a pack of the Blackberry pie. They're life. They're straight phenomenal. And I don't use the term fire often, but these are straight fire.
Nice. Yeah, I like that because I think that term does get overused, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it's funny when people call $4 joints fire because they're like, nah, there's really no way that it can actually be fire if it's a $4 joint.
100%. And if that's your idea of fire, then this is gonna straight put you to heaven, bro.
Nice.
It's the Blackberry pie. The only thing I don't like is that they don't label if it's like an indica sativa hybrid.
Yeah.
But so far, full on the flavor, I'm not disappointed. The flavor's there.
Wow, that is really good.
And it's smooth for being an infused.
Yeah.
Some of them are kind of harsh when it comes to hitting.
Super smooth. Man, and that tastes just like a freaking blackberry. It tastes just like if you had some blackberries in a bowl and you smushed them up and then got the juice out of there
Yeah.
and then drink that shit. That's what this tastes like.
It's
Holy
almost
moly.
like they use like a natural fruit extract rather than like like artificial flavoring.
Yeah, I mean, that is
Money.
tasty. And some of the flavored joints that are cheaper, you can taste it's like too much. You know, it's like the flavor's too overpowering, but this is fucking smooth.
Yes. And I like me some flavored joints, don't get me wrong. I like the taste of my marijuana too. But sometimes I like a good dessert joint, dessert dab.
Well, it's good to have good balance too when it comes to the flavor and of the flower versus the flavor of the infused, you know, whatever flavor you're going for. It's good to have balance, and this immediately you can tell has really good balance to it.
Oh yeah. I'm hoping they have the 5-packs and the other flavors from when we had them. They sold out really quick, y'all. Sorry. But, you have an ashtray.
Oh yeah.
But we did have a pina colada flavor that was utterly amazing. That one's gone. Like, solid gone. And then, what was another one that was really good? Peanut butter and jelly. Like, I would never have imagined a peanut butter and jelly joint to taste like an actual sandwich, but man, you could taste the toasted bread, the peanut butter, and the jelly all in that pre-roll.
Damn, really? Holy smokes.
Thoroughly impressed.
Well, that's the nice thing too. We're going on like 7 years of legalization or recreational cannabis, and man, what you can do and the technology and just the ability to do it without worrying about getting in trouble. You know, we've been able to do some pretty fucking awesome shit. Like,
oh yeah,
there's stuff in the stores right now that I couldn't even imagine would ever happen. So it's really cool that it's legal now, and we have the ability to use our imagination when it comes to growing cannabis and infusing it.
I agree. I find it to be quite a fascinating topic, subject. I love cannabis and all about it. Ooh, snap!
Oh,
Sorry,
that's all
my
right.
bad.
That's my fault. But especially the extraction side of it, like how well we can extract the THC from the
And all the methods.
yeah.
That's one process I've been really looking into. A buddy of mine gave me a link to the Trichome Institute, And so I've been taking their basics into extraction just to educate myself, you know.
Yeah.
It's a subject I'm very curious about, and that's where I kind of want to drift towards. And it's just fascinating, the stuff I've learned from how, like, cold bubble hash is made. Oops.
Yep.
To how they did the original hash, like, all the way from Afghanistan and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was watching one of those drug shows on Netflix, and they were talking about how big the hash is in Amsterdam and Canada and stuff like that. Like, they solely deal and smoke hash. They don't even fuck with flour, concentrate, just pure
just a middle
hash. Yeah.
They just want that concentrated. Get rid of that flour. What's it doing for us?
Yeah, like you were trying wax, because you know what? If they tried the wax, they'd probably be like, this hash ain't so great. Someone introduce Amsterdam to dabbing.
We didn't go over there and be like, here you go, a little dab will do ya. Dab a day keeps the doctor away, as they say.
Yeah. Well, that's actually, I bet you it's pretty popular out there, dabbing is, but...
Honestly, I'd like to go out there just to visit.
Just to see.
Yeah, a whole nother country where fucking pot is legal.
Yeah. And has been, you know, for a very long time.
There's no taboo about it or anything. There's no, like, oh my god, the police are going to get you. No, bruh. Like the movie shows.
Like you can smoke a joint in peace.
Yeah.
You know?
Sit and watch people go by on their boats. Enjoy that little river that's going through the middle of it.
Do you have any stories of being prosecuted for cannabis before it was legal?
No, but I guess the most daring that I was is my ex-husband was in the Navy, and I lived in Lemoore Naval Air Station for 3 years in the middle of Southern California, where, I mean, it's a military base. No weed isn't legal. You'll get in trouble. And I still managed to send my parents some money, and they would send me down about a quarter in the mail. 3 years of it, never got caught.
Nice. Yeah, you know, I've mailed weed before, you know, and I understood the risks associated with it, but I was like, you know, I doubt they give a fuck, right? I mean,
at this point, they're probably looking for, like...
more dangerous shit.
Yeah. Because when has weed killed someone?
Yeah, like, oh shit, there was weed in a box in the post office and the manager touched it.
I mean, when has weed, like, when someone consumed weed and they died from consuming weed?
I'm sure someone has died from consuming cannabis
at some level,
and then did something that wasn't natural. You know what I mean?
But it wasn't
like,
initially the
it wasn't that they were overdosing necessarily. It was that they took a dose that was super high, so they ended up
just being dumbasses,
blacking out basically, and doing something ridiculous, like trying to climb a mountain in front of all your friends.
Why do we do that?
Yeah, exactly. Take a selfie off a fucking cliff.
Bro, like I say, I know how I'm gonna die. My ass is gonna go swim with a great white shark, and that's how I'm gonna go.
Oh, really? Okay. Like you're gonna pay money to swim with a shark and then get eaten?
If I get eaten, I get eaten. But I mean, I love sharks.
So you want to swim with a great wake?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
My favorite trip was when my family took us to Hawaii, and we got to go swimming with sharks and stingrays and stuff, and that was probably one of the best. That whole trip was one of my best experiences.
Nice.
But that right there was like, yes, I love these creatures so much, and they're just so unrespected. Like people shit on sharks quite a bit. Yeah, and if we didn't have them, the ecosystem would be completely different. This is definitely a high conversation, but I love it. No, it's great. I love to surf, but that's honestly the reason why I don't surf anymore. Yeah, I get it. And you know, when I did surf, I remember something that was being told to me to rest my fear of the sharks. Mm-hmm. They said they're out here in the ocean looking for food that's not humans. You know, they find plenty of food out here and survive and flourish in the ocean. You know, and this is in the 90s when this was told to me, so I was like, oh, that makes sense, you know. Mm-hmm. They're not really out here to, like, try to feed off you. Maybe bug you, but that's it. So I felt good, I surfed, and I had a good time. Well, you know, now that the pollution is the thing, it seems like there's a lot of ocean life that's struggling to survive. It's struggling to find resources to stay alive.
And because of that, I feel like that just makes humans more of a target.
Because we're wiping out their
because
food
we're wiping
source.
out their food source, we're polluting their habitat and ecosystem. So it's like,
Do we want to
like,
spark up another one of these?
Well, I'm good personally.
Yeah.
I'm good, yeah.
Got you going. These Shatter Jays are amazing.
Yeah, they
high
are.
off of it between two.
Yeah, but the thing is that if I was surfing and I got eaten by a shark, I would have to. My last thoughts would probably be like, yeah, this is what I deserve. As a human being, this is what I get, for being part of the problem. I wouldn't even be mad at the shark. I'd be like, okay, shark, you got me, fuck it.
I mean, I look at it this way. At least it's a badass way to go out. You're not like choking,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean,
drowning or
like,
something.
you probably only live for a couple minutes, maybe. And what's 2 minutes? Right? It's not that long. And you'd be able to fuel the shark for about 6 hours. You give it enough fuel to swim around for an extra 6 hours. So at least you'd be giving back to the ocean community.
100%. Circle of life.
Yeah, exactly. Circle of life.
Circle
Just
of
like
life.
when you get buried. Like, oh, that's just food for the fucking ground,
Yeah,
That's food for all the life down there.
I guess it benefits the ecosystem a little bit better because
Yeah.
instead of having your body filled with formaldehyde and stuff like that, you're not poisoning the dirt. It's going to a logical reason. Just think that shark probably has babies or is going to have babies or something.
Yeah, my girlfriend, she found a thing online about how they can take your ashes and make it part of a coral reef, like an artificial coral reef.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So try to help rebuild those reefs. And I was like, yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I think I read an article of one. I guess it was a few years, but I keep seeing it pop up that you could have your body put into a sack and have it like a tree put with it, and so you feed the tree.
Oh yeah, so the tree grows over you and uses your nutrients. Yeah.
I mean, like, why don't we support stuff like this more often? I don't get why aren't we trying to benefit the planet more than destroy it?
Because if you think about it, like our corpses, I mean, there's a lot of nutrients and sufficient things that could feed off that.
I mean, you don't see us doing that to animals when they die. You don't see us putting formaldehyde and stuff in there so they can have a funeral and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Just do closed casket, get over it.
Yeah. I mean, if it was up to me, I came to this conclusion a long time ago. I think the coolest thing to do would be when I die, if it was up to me, like if I was rich, I would have my body crammed into a box, a metal fucking box. Like 4 feet by 4 feet. Like just cram me in there. Close it, seal it, and fucking put me in a rocket and shoot me into outer space towards something. Like not towards the sun or anything like that,
but just there.
Out in space. And then eventually my goal would be to hope to get enough ice and cold and whatever, and I get shot out, I get picked up in something gravitational pull, and maybe one day I could become a comet. I could be like the core of a comet, possibly.
I support that idea.
By
100%.
shooting me out there, and then if that happens and one day I do become a comet, the ultimate ending would be if like millions and millions and millions of years later, like it came back and wiped out Earth. Like in that core of that comet was my little metal box of me. And it doesn't have to be Earth, just like any form of
just wherever
planet.
there's like, boom, here I am.
Yeah, like boom, wipe out the dinosaurs, or boom, wipe out whatever life you have on your Earth. And it was all because of like 2 billion years earlier, Earth launched this fucking metal box into space, and it ultimately ended up wiping out like a majority of life on some planet out there.
You got to be the big boom for
yeah,
someone
exactly.
else. That's great.
Exactly. I'd be like, fuck yeah.
That's a good way to go.
That's how I vision it. Because
Why not? Why not?
It sounds kind of
Put that
grim.
out there. That's gonna happen. That could happen.
It sounds kind of grim, but at the same time, I think the reason why we even exist as human beings right now is because the dinosaurs did get wiped out.
Mm-hmm.
They would probably still be roaming this earth. Yeah, they'd probably still be roaming this earth. Maybe a little smarter than they were, but
Well, who knows? I mean, they have that woolly mammoth that they've been trying to clone, and now apparently they are trying to clone dinosaurs.
No shit, right. So
sooner or later, Jurassic Park. We have, like they say, we have 5, 6 movies now about why this is a bad idea.
Yeah.
But here we are. Some scientists are trying to do things. Like I heard they were using the DNA of an Asiatic elephant to create the woolly mammoth because of how their tusks grow or something like that.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah. Like, why? Have you seen how big these creatures get?
Yeah,
Like, do
no
you not
shit.
see the size charts that these scientists post? Like, do you really want a 30-foot sloth in your backyard?
Yeah.
You know, a saber-toothed tiger as big as a GMC truck?
Well, that's what rich people want. They're not gonna just want exotic animals that are alive now. They're gonna want exotic life that was existent millions
Have
of
they
years ago.
not seen Tiger King? Because that's a really bad reason as why.
Well, if you bring back ancestor, like old ass animals like reptiles and dinosaurs and shit like that for your own exotic gym, like why not, right? Like they're already extinct, so if you bring them back to life, you are their god, so to speak.
I mean, isn't that how Jurassic Park started, though?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, Hammond just wanted a zoo of dinosaurs. It was supposed to stay on an island. I remember with the second movie.
I think it would
There's
be
like a
pretty
little
cool to go through a real life Jurassic Park.
I would, 100%.
Yeah.
I will sign a waiver and put a risk if that says, like, this might happen. Okay, we
Yeah.
all understand that when we bought the tickets to come see some dinosaurs.
Yeah. Can you imagine trying to outrun a velociraptor?
No, I will die. I will sacrifice for the team. Sorry, that's another noble way to go. You
Yeah,
got
that's
shredded
true,
by a
true.
velociraptor. Who else can say that?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's because of me that group of people were able to get away. He was
Yeah,
feasting
like-
on my body. Like, have a good time, guys. Be safe.
100%. It's going to suck. It's going to suck real bad for like 5 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Yeah. 2 minutes.
Mm.
It's going that 2 minutes.
Unless they played with you like a killer whale plays with a seal.
Yeah.
You know,
I've seen
they
that.
could do that.
Bop it with the back of their tail. And just
Maybe they just love playing with their food, velociraptors. You'd be alive for like 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah, and
just
I mean,
getting
if there's a
tossed
pack
around.
of them, you're just getting shredded.
Yeah,
pulled in
exactly.
every direction.
Well, that would be quick. But if it was just one and he was playing around with you for a while, you know.
Imagine if something bigger then came in and they just had to like run away, and then you're left like suffering.
Yeah, now you're just in something's mouth running at full speed. Well, I'll tell you what, man, these Shatter joints are pretty freaking good. And this is Seattle Marijuana Company, huh?
Yes.
And this is the Blackberry Pie infused joint pack.
We have another flavor at the shop too. I believe it is a mango mimosa.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, that's definitely 5 out of 5 Tommy Chongs in my book. That was delicious.
I've got a great high still going.
And technically we just smoked a half of one. So that got me ripped. So I couldn't imagine trying to smoke a full one. So,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, if you want to fucking get ripped, just get some of that Shatter J's for sure. Seattle company, Seattle Marijuana Company, and Emerald Coast. Shout out to you guys for having the best prices in town. Fuck all them other shops. So, just
We
kidding.
appreciate all our customers.
Yeah. So, right on. All right. Well,
love
do you have any shout outs you want to give before we sign off?
Give a shout out to my entire crew at Emerald Coast, because I mean, without them, you know, we wouldn't be able to provide you with this stuff today. I love the fact that we all stay knowledgeable, like as a bud tender should, I believe, in my opinion.
Knowledgeable and honest.
Yeah.
That's the best thing to be, you know, as a bud tender, and I always get that from there too. So that's
I
good.
feel like we're pretty straightforward. If you ask us, like, hey, we love it when you come in, like, hey, I got this amount to spend, just show me what you got. And we try our best we'll give you what we're smoking on. And then I love that we have the Budget Man marijuana as well. So if you're on a tight budget, don't worry, we still got you with $40 ounces and stuff like that.
Basically, you guys are pretty good at getting everybody to leave with the most of
Bang for
more
your
bang
buck.
for buck for sure. You know,
100%.
so whether you want the good stuff or you want the mediocre stuff, you know, you guys are able to find it and give it to them, and that's pretty cool. So.
I believe in our customer service as well. I like to believe that every customer pretty much leaves happy. And we have our occasional, or who doesn't, has one that leaves unhappy, mad, pissed off. It's like, okay, that happens. But I like to believe a good, 80-85% of our customers leave on a very good note, and we see them again.
Yeah, for sure. And it shows too. So yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching the podcast show. 5 out of 5 Tommy Chongs for the Blackberry Pie. Do you agree with that?
100%. I've already bought two of them.
I can't wait to try out some of their other flavors. So right on. Thanks for watching.